one and all of the Salivation Nation. We are live, and I've actually I've got to do something here real quick. I've got to mute this thing or else it's going to echo on me, and I thought I had gotten that thing stopped, but apparently I didn't, so bear with me. Oops, says it's not here, but we are live, aren't we?
I don't know.
Can you all hear me? It says there's no events here. This is insane.
Oh, I see it. I think I'm on it right now. I think we're good.
Okay, very good. And apparently it's not echoing, so we'll take that as a good sign here. Nice. I just can't see anything on that end. So I don't know how many viewers we've got. Anyways, here we go. We have got the one and the only Spegtacular with us here. Hello, Spegtacular. Good to see you.
What's going on, everybody? Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. Yes, indeed. This is live, so appreciate you guys being here. So as you know, as part of this is a continuing series that I'm doing where I interview members of the community who've been around for 6 months or more and would like to put themselves out in front of a different audience to maybe grow or just get to know more folks out there. And this is one way I kind of do that, to kind of give back to the community here. So we are honored to have Spegtacular here with us, and we're going to get to know him. Definitely. Now, my questions are typically pretty boring. I kind of keep them open-ended. So Spegtacular, feel free to interject and throw anything else you'd like out there. But this is kind of a get to know you type of thing. So can you tell us a little bit about what got you into precious metals or anything else that you want to share with us about you?
So what got me into it is I had a collection since I was young, and it was actually my mother's collection. But to really get me like stacking and going hard was watching videos on YouTube. And I probably saw some of your videos, Sal. I probably saw some other people's that are big time. I seen these videos, and I'm thinking, that would be cool. I would like to do that. It sounds like the right thing to do. And coin roll hunting was one of the first things that I saw on YouTube, and that really that was something I really enjoyed.
Nice, very cool. So that was kind of the coin roll hunting kind of really eased your way into it. So there's a lot of coin roll hunting channels around here too on YouTube, definitely.
Yep,
you get into a wormhole there with those. It's crazy.
Well, and I was also on some like coin forums, and that was one of the biggest sections of their forum is coin roll hunting. I'm thinking like, wow, everybody does this. There's no way that stuff is still out there. There's no way I'm going to go to the bank and find stuff today. But you do. You still find it. It's crazy.
Wow. Yeah, that is pretty cool. And it is. I've been amazed at some of the finds that I've seen in some of the coin roll hunting videos, that they can find silver, 90% silver, a lot of them, 2 and 3 of them, and a couple of rolls of these things in 2017, 18, or 19. It's just pretty amazing. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, like I don't know if you've ever tried it. Have you tried it?
No, not actually getting a box full of them, but I have gotten some in change. And there was one time when I went to the bank and asked the lady, I said, hey, can I get that $50? It was in her little tray that she had up there. She has a couple of $50 there, and it was 40% silver. She says, no, I'm keeping that because it's silver. I'm like, dang it.
Oh, they can keep them? I didn't know they were allowed to do that.
Well, apparently she did. She kept them. She knew what it was about. But the thing is, if I were her, I would have just put in 50 cents and cash it out right there. But maybe not. I don't know.
Maybe not. That's rotten, man. That's the kind of thing that drives me crazy, because I thought that kind of thing was going down at the banks, because sometimes you go there and they're like, oh no, we don't have any. It's like, you have to have them. There's no way you don't have $50 or something there. So yeah, they're keeping them.
Yeah, and and it seems like as more time goes on, less and less people using cash. I know a lot of banks, some of these people that are hardcore into it, they have to order the $50, and they've got to re-roll them, bring them back, and the like. But yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, some of my first videos was on pennies, on getting like wheat pennies, and that it was funny because here I have never coin roll hunted before. And I'm like, let me try a box of pennies. It's $25. So, worst can happen is I lose $25, or at least I, go to the Coinstar and I make some of my money back. No big deal. And I get like 200 something wheat pennies in the first box. and I'm getting like, all kinds of other really cool coins. And I was blown away. I'm thinking like, is this going to happen every single time? This can't be right. So I started, filming that, thinking that it can't be correct because I'm on those coin forums and people are saying that's not usual. We're getting like 4 or 5 wheat cents a box. Like, how are you getting 200? So
Wow.
I guess somebody had dumped a collection or something, and I just happened to go to the Bank of America's near me and pick those up, about 3 boxes worth. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it sure is. Wow. Well, that's interesting. So yeah, so then you found your way into collecting, and then you did mention your channel there. So how did you get your channel started there then?
Well, I started the channel about 10 years ago, and I was 10 years younger, and I'm starting something, so I'm trying to just do all kinds of things, and I was probably trying to do too much, just little things here and there, not necessarily even coin things. It would be stuff on video games. I saw that video games were getting big, and people were watching a lot of that. Uh,
Right.
all kinds of interest that I had was going on my channel and getting deleted about as much as it was getting on there. It's and then finally, about 3 to 4 years ago, when all that stuff happened with the coin roll hunting, I found my niche, I think, because people were watching those videos, and I had that one video, go up to about 100,000 views, and I'm like, people are really, really interested, and maybe that is unique that I found 200 wheat cents in a box.
Yeah.
So that's when I was like, you know what, let me try to do maybe more stuff with coins, and you know, I think I've talked to you about this before, that it's easy to get like, sidetracked, and easy to get burnt out doing what we do on this YouTube. It's not a whole lot of money, despite what people think. So, there's not a lot of incentive to keep going. So I've gotten burnt out a few times. And then
Sure.
recently, I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube of people just saying like off the wall things. And you've probably seen these too, where people start going like, "Oh, silver is going to go to $1,000, and
Right.
here's the reasons," and they try to justify that off the wall number. And I just felt like there was a need for me to come in here and you know redirect people a little bit, because I don't want people to say like, "Oh wow, $1,000. Let me start selling stuff around the house to uh, you know get this silver while I can. It's going to go up to 1,000. This guy said so."
Yeah, and that's I try to do the same thing, kind of keep a balance. Because I know I've learned a lot even through being on YouTube. It's it's been a challenge, and learning. I've learned a lot about the economy since even joining YouTube and watching other channels and seeing things are. And but yeah, and it does seem like some people do go off the deep end with some of these things. Oh, hey, El Porno from New Zealand's here. Greetings, my friend. Sends a super chat here. Says, glad to catch up live again. Guess I'll get the notifications next week. Slurps up with the spag. Yes,
Let's
indeed.
let's give him a slurp. You want to give him a slurp, Sal? You want to do it?
Yes, here we go. It's a slurp for El Porno. Thank you, my friend. Here we go.
All right, here's one for me
And
too.
welcome to everybody here. We got Urban Lifestyle here. We got Tony Green. We got Terry79. Is that, I don't know if that's Terry Rabidou or not, but let's see. We got Barbara Carbone was here earlier, down in New Mexico. So welcome, everybody. We're going to take your questions in a moment here, for sure. And by the way, on my screen, I can't see Spegtacular's icon. It's not. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but I've got it focused on him. It's just a blank screen for me. But anyways, but that's great. Well, that's cool. And I'm certainly with you, Spegtacular. There's a lot of that, and I think that your channel and mine and others, I think there's ways we can kind of bring that into balance when people make those claims, and try to be, because I've always felt like that silver should sell itself,
Right.
and it's hurting right now, especially compared to gold and compared to really even inflation. But on the other hand, there's other people that are so against it, it's almost hostile against silver. And I've seen from several people have either left the YouTube because of it, or they're just hostile against it, and they make it known in various different ways. And my view is, you know what? Yeah, if somebody that, to me, that says they don't really totally understand silver, and I didn't completely understand it even probably when I started this channel, but it's really kind of evolved in some ways. Maybe not as much as we would have liked it to have as as money or as a hedge. but because it's become much more of a or seen and perceived as a commodity, I think that's kind of hurt in some ways. Plus, with the cryptosphere out there, I think that's kind of also taken away some of the
Yeah.
buzz for silver.
Well, I think it's something that's easy to confuse people, silver and other precious metals too. Like some of my buddies who have seen my channel, at first, they're going like, "Oh, hey, I'm thinking about dumping, 10 grand into silver and maybe like, trying to flip it real quick." I'm like, "That's not really what you're trying to. I mean, that's not the goal. Like, I mean, I guess you could,
Right.
maybe that'll work for you. That's not real." And I'm trying to explain it to the guys, and they're thinking like, "Oh, it's not like a get rich quick scheme." I'm like, no, it's not.
It's
That's
right.
not what you're doing. And then
Which
when
is
I
why I
tell them
always
the actual, what their end goal should be, they're less interested.
That's right, exactly, and that's why I tell people that it's not an investment. It should never be viewed as an investment. Like it's an insurance policy at best, and sometimes it's not a very good insurance policy when it's lower than inflation, like right now. But
Right.
nonetheless, it's something to hold for the long run. And as you and I are apart, there's there's things that you can make out of silver. Various different poured silver. There's different coins. There's different strikes. There's different bars, shapes. I've got a silver bullet right here, a machined silver bullet, and it's kind of neat that you can essentially buy something that's going to at least to some extent preserve your wealth while enjoying it.
Yeah. When are you going to start getting into poured stuff? I mean, not buying it, but I mean, when are you going to start pouring your own stuff, Sal?
I actually did back in I've back in 2014. A friend of mine had some pouring stuff, and we did a little pouring just for fun. But I never knew. I never. It's not really not for me to kind of do and make and pour. I know a lot of people have done a great job with it and have done very well. How about you? Is it something you're interested in doing?
Oh, I'm very interested in pouring my own stuff. But at the same time, like when I go to get the tools for it and everything, I'm just thinking, man, it's almost just easier for me just to go out and buy other people's poured stuff.
Yeah, yeah, that's kind of how I am, and I'm not really. Even though I very much appreciate poured silver, I don't really get a whole lot of it. I have some of it. I bought your piece, and others from the MK bars, the channel bars. I bought those, and once in a while I'll buy pieces here and there. But it's fascinating, and there's so many different designs and ways people are doing it, and they each have their own style. And it's tough to it would definitely be that would take a lot to actually undertake such a thing. So I definitely am very what's the term? I guess I appreciate all the effort that goes into doing it.
I think when you see some of these videos too about when people do their, pour, which is great when you see like MK Bar showing off his facility and how he actually does it. I think it gives people a better understanding about all the work that goes into these things. I don't know if you've seen the video of, I think it was, who was it? International Stacker going to MK Bars' factory there, and how much work goes into one of our channel bars that we have. It's kind of ridiculous. It's
Yeah,
almost
really.
like, is he
Yeah.
charging enough?
Yeah, I don't know what the margins are on those, but yeah, it's some work, it really is, and that's kind of what you're paying for, is the time and material, and obviously he's got to make some money, and we're getting a little bit of a kickback on those. So when you think about it, it does make you it's kind of surprising that he can, and it's one of those things. It's nothing that I always tell people, especially with my other channel rounds that I've got. It's not something that you can expect to get your premiums back out of when you go to sell, especially to LCS. And you've toured some that LCS you went to. Has he is he interested in any of that stuff?
He has a little bit of port stuff, and I would go in there and ask him, hey, like, what do you got for port? And he'd have just some like Engelhard pours and things like that, but not so much like channel bars and things, which, I mean, if they were in his shop, I guarantee they would sell, but he doesn't believe in them. I don't know if I even explained this to everybody, but he and I like do not talk anymore. In fact, I told him like let's just don't contact me anymore.
Oh,
He's
really?
really, really. So he started getting a little little weird with me about the videos.
Oh,
After, yeah, before I went in there and started making these videos, he was all for helping the community. He was, yeah, it'd be great, and I'd love to, blah blah blah. There was no discussion of any kind of compensation on his part or my part. He just like really genuinely wanted to help people, and that's all he said. And I kept all the emails just in case there was any kind of weirdness. But he was a very helpful guy.
right.
And then later, I would go into his shop, Sal, and you wouldn't believe the phone calls this man was getting, because the video, when I first had it up, had like 50,000 views in 1 week. It was
Yeah.
very popular.
Yeah.
And I'd go into his shop, and he's on the phone as I'm in the shop. People are lined up in there. He's handing me the phone, going, "Hey, talk to one of your fans." And
Wow.
yeah, blowing me away.
Yeah.
And then later, behind the scenes, he's texting me and, "Hey, let's start discussing more about this." He wanted me to get into videos of like scrap gold, which I don't know anything about, and I don't care to know anything about scrap gold. I'm not trying to, sell stuff for his shop really. So I was kind of against that. And then there was some confusion about who owns the videos, which I definitely own the video in every
Right.
single way.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. So
So
it
that's
was
kind
kind
of crazy. You really helped him helped his business, right? I mean, his business was picking up after that popular video.
he was showing me checks that he had gotten in from people, and he was telling me about all the money he made. He was very, very happy, but he wanted more out of it.
Wow, that's too bad. That's
Started
really
getting a
too
little
bad.
greedy.
Yeah, I mean, good grief, you provided this. The only thing you got out of it is just a popular video.
Well, I mean,
Um,
I get some views. And I get a little bit of income from YouTube. But I think there was some confusion on his part, and a lot of confusion of this like goes out to everybody probably out there, thinking that we're getting rich off of like these videos. I hear
right,
people all the time going, "Oh man, those are paid. They pay the makers by the click." And then you should see the money that I make, and I tell people that all the time. And even you, Sal, you can't quit your job to do what you're
no,
doing right now. You're
no,
not that big. No offense. I mean,
exactly, that's
you're
right.
big to us, but
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. This has become a source of income for me, but it is definitely not. I can't quit my day job, obviously, which is as a lounge singer. Actually, that's an inside joke. I'm not a lounge singer,
you have a
but
beautiful voice.
it's one of those things, and that's another thing too. People fault us many times for having ads on our channels or for kind of what we do. But I mean, if you put the time and effort into it, and I do produce a lot of content, you produce some great content, and that video series is one example. That you're serving the community. That provided great value. That was some great interviews, and it's just too bad that the shop owner didn't appreciate what you had really done for him. And it's just too bad that kind of soured there, because that could have been something great, or at least even if it didn't progress any further, at least he could have showed a little bit of appreciation.
Well, I mean, I think he did really have some great information for everybody out there.
Yeah.
And as like a shop, he really does have a good shop. I mean, I'm not trying to bust the guy's
Oh,
shop in any
no,
way.
right.
It's just personality and business wise, like it didn't work out between he and I. And I still recommend his shop to people. You know what I mean? Like when they say like, any good places around, I'm like, this is actually a really, good place to buy. He doesn't have his prices all jacked up to the roof or anything.
Right,
So it's still a
exactly.
good shop, but it's
Oh,
just
yeah. Yeah,
uh
I understand that. Yeah, definitely.
business wise, a little greedy. We don't agree with each other. So we had
Right,
to we had to stop talking. The relationship broke. We had to break it off with each other.
right. Yeah.
But you
Well,
hang up first, I hung up first.
right. Yep. No, I understand. And well, it was a great service that you provided, and touring it and the like. So think that's great. But your channel now is successful. You do a lot of good stuff. And so where do you see it going from here on out? Any plans, any new ideas or things you want to do with it?
Um, that's funny. I wish I had some kind of like set idea of what's going to happen in the future. About every single week, I end up getting just completely burnt out, thinking like, well, everything's already been done. What else is there for me to explain and talk about? And then I don't know, something just catches me real quick, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to put this video out real quick, and I just put
Right.
it out like then when I think about it. I'm always ready to give up YouTube, to be honest with you. But then, like, I'll see some comments, people saying like, "Hey, I really appreciate what you did. It's really nice." They'll send me personal emails that are, paragraphs long about how much they enjoy the videos, and then I'm like, "Okay, I'll do one more." Yeah.
It is that the viewers are amazing, and it's I tell you what, it's something when you get encouragement like that, and that's really cool. It shows you're doing something good, and but yeah, I do understand the burnout, and I feel it too, and but that's great that you're doing that, that you're needed, you're wanted in the community, so that's definitely awesome. We got what 3.8 thousand subscribers, so
Yeah, very surprised about the subscribe. That's what brought me back is when I was done with it. I'm like okay, I'm done making the coin roll hunting videos and things like that. Like people have seen it, so that's good enough. And then I'm watching my email and I'm just getting, hey, this guy has subscribed to you. This person has subscribed to you. She subscribed to you. Like just spamming my email, and I'm thinking like, what are they watching? Did somebody put something on my channel? You know,
right,
yeah,
right, yeah.
it brought me back for real.
Well, cool. Well, that's cool. That's great. Definitely. Yeah, and so that's just it. We gotta keep moving on and just kind of roll with the flow, and but that's great. That's very good. Well, I'll tell you what. If are you ready to take some questions from the folks in the chat side?
I'm ready for the questions, and I want all of them. Whatever they got to ask me, we're gonna answer it.
All right. And so how we're gonna do this is in order so that I know it's going to Spegtacular. Let's see here. I want you to use the dash hyphen. Let's see here. Do 3 or more hyphens like this before your question. And so if you can do that before the question, we will I'll know it's going to Spectacular and we'll take it. International Stacker is on the plane about to take off, leaving Saudi Arabia for the USA today. Very cool. All right, International Stacker is listening on a plane, getting ready to take off. Is he in Riyadh, or is he in Jeddah, or is he in Medina?
That man is
Or
all over the world.
he's all over the world? All right, very good. Too much trouble to do the things. Okay. Well, you can do just the dashes. I'm sorry, the dashes, not the hyphens, not the underscore. Just type those couple of those before.
I was talking to somebody else about how you can't control like what videos are going to be good and which ones aren't.
Right.
And, International Stacker had that video where he toured the MK Bars facility, and to me that's a really really underrated video. He did a great job on that. It was awesome to watch.
Oh yeah.
And it's not getting enough love. I mean, that's to me that's a hit. But
you
just never know.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. There's some videos that I think I did horribly on, and they do really well. Others that I spend a lot of time on, they don't do so well. Okay, Ken Shenkenji says, "Do you think the bulkiness of silver is a main problem that the gold to silver ratio has slowed, expanded over time?" Good question.
Whew, that's a really good question, and I don't know why the gold to silver ratio is how it is. I mean, to me, it's kind of high. And I don't know that the bulkiness or anything like that is the cause. I don't know. What do you think, Sal?
I don't think that's really has a whole lot to do with it. I think a lot of it has to do with the industrial applications and its uses, and the fact that it's seen more as an industrial commodity, and then as a hedge or money. It's not treasured like gold is. And I also think the cryptocurrencies play some part of it, but mainly I think it's just the natural market forces working with regards to it being a commodity. The Saint says, "Will Speg put a pin on both gloves?"
Yeah, I already done it.
All right. BK says, "Can you make a living doing YouTube?"
Can I?
Yeah.
All I have to do is go to the beach and interview girls in bikinis, and then I'll make a living out of this. I guarantee you.
There you go.
But that's not what I want to do, and I don't think my wife wants me to do that. So
right
at this point, it's not going to work out for me.
Slacker Stacker, will you ever employ a silver gnome to guard your stack or collection? Okay.
A silver gnome, yeah, I'd be totally into that. Gnomes can be scary. They're right up, the same alley as like clowns. I actually had a nightmare one time about gnomes, and yeah, it was terrifying as a kid. They were rolling their eyes at me, and it was bad. Bad news.
I have a slurping gnome. You want to hear it? Here we go.
Yeah, let me hear the slurping gnome. Golly.
There was significant amount of backwash in that one, but we won't tell anybody. They're just between you and me, Speg. No one else knows about that.
Let me try it. Now it gives me a little hesitant because, like, when I try to do that, sometimes it goes down my throat and then I'm coughing. But let me try a little slurp here.
All right.
Oh yeah, right down.
Yep. Yeah, it does take a little practice, but that was
mastered it yet.
A rich one. That was a very rich one. That was awesome. Very cool.
Oh man.
All right, let me see here. Let me get to the rest of it here. Okay, let's see. Isn't the industrial use of silver more than a double-edged sword risk instead of a benefit in the value of silver? Yes, the G, that is exactly right. Blah blah Tuesday. How much silver did Sal give you to do this interview? Oh, hey, let's see here. How much did we pay him under the table there?
I gotta pay Sal. Speaking of paying Sal, do you have like any stickers that anybody sends you or anything like that?
No, I don't do the sticker trades, and I don't give out any mailing information anymore because I've had sort of a breach in that area. So I got to kind of keep that stuff tight down now. Unfortunately, I hate to say it, but it's a shame we got to do that. But you got to be very careful these days, especially nowadays. But yeah,
you definitely got to protect yourself. I think I was having that conversation with the other night with Stacking Stormtrooper when we were both on there.
Yeah,
he was asking me if I would show my face or why I don't talk about my profession, and I just don't think it's a smart idea to lose your protection like that you have by not giving that stuff out.
Right. Len D says, how old were you when your mother got you into coin collecting? He was 7 when his mother got him interested.
I would have probably been around that age. She used to work at many different gas stations, Conoco, like Flying J, if those were, I think those are all gone by now. But several different ones, Sunoco. And she, would get like these coins, like maybe she'd get some foreign coins, whatever. And she would do the same thing that banker was doing to you, where she would, take that coin and just pay back the register with what was owed. And, she made me a nice little coin collection out of that stuff. And I still have it right over here today. That little coin collection that she made for me.
That's awesome.
And she had a really heavy collection of silver and stuff too. So she was stacking. I don't know how long she was stacking for. Unfortunately, she's passed away as of like about 6 years ago now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I couldn't ask her. Thank you. But she was a stacker. And man, I wish I could have got more information from her and what she was all involved in. But yeah, it's too late for that now, unfortunately.
Right. I hear you. El Porno, should I sell my stack to add to a mortgage deposit or take a smaller mortgage and pay off with PMs? The future. Ooh, good question. Wow.
I don't want to give. Who wants to give that man that advice, right? He has to make that decision himself. That's rough.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, because El Porno, you got to think about debt, and the debt you'll be going into to get the mortgage. Now, here in the U.S., we get a mortgage tax deduction. So, if there's going to be any kind of debt that you would have incurred, most of us actually, given our salaries, have to. If we're going to buy a house, we're going to have to go into debt anyway. So you just have to weigh that out and think of what. But I would say probably now, with the price of silver, especially being low, depending how much silver you have, compared to gold, you might be more apt to keep the silver because it's so low right now. Maybe sell some of the gold, possibly, if you're going to do it, but weigh it out and see. But yeah. Guido stacking Speg, can I have your 10-ounce dragon versus Viking coin?
He makes enough money. He should go buy one of those. I see some of that stuff he's putting on his channel. He can definitely afford that dragon versus Viking round. Have you seen that, Sal? That one?
No, I'm not. Is that on your channel? I have to see that video.
Yeah, there's other people have it too, but the Monarch Precious Metals puts that one out, and it's a really, really nice piece.
Oh, is that the kilo or the 10 ounce? Yeah, I think I have seen that.
It's a 10 ounce.
Yes, yes, I have seen that one. Yes,
indeed. Unbelievable what this thing looks like, and really compared to some other rounds that are the same weight, pretty cheap compared to other ones. I've seen like that biblical series and stuff when they do like their little tiny rounds, how much they put into those, how expensive those are.
Yeah.
You can't even afford those things.
Right. Right.
That's really cool
Okay.
too.
Here's a great question from All Is One now. Where does your channel icon come from? Did you make it?
It came from no, it came from Instagram. Yeah,
Oh, cool.
there's a guy on Instagram that will do this, and you can reach out to me on an email if you want to, and I'll give you that information. But he does a really good job, and I guess he kind of makes a little side business out of doing it. So
Nice. Chris Garner, what are some important lessons you've learned from coin roll hunting?
um, it can be frustrating. It can be boring. I've fell asleep many times on the table when I was doing pennies.
Wow.
It is really really boring. I don't get as excited when I don't get things as some people do.
Right.
It's not like when I go fishing, I can sit there all day and not catch anything. I have to catch stuff in coin roll hunting for me to be excited. And lately, I don't know if you've seen those videos, but they're terrible because I have not found anything. So I kind of gave up for a while.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I hear you. I'm kind of lost my place here. Let's see here. Coins A to Z says Mama coins, Mama's coins, sweetest coins ever. Yes, gonna have. There's a lot of sentimental value with coin collecting for sure. That far exceeds, uh, the value of the silver or gold that's contained therein. And I'm
Yep.
sure the Spectacular's collection he got from his mom is probably one of those for sure.
Yep. I have that. That collection really means a lot to me.
Yep.
And I'll probably pass that collection out down to my kids. And I also have a peace dollar that my wife gave to me from her late father, and
Oh,
that's an important part of my collection too.
yes.
Yep, I
All
love that
right.
stuff.
Terry79, who I wonder if that's Terry Rabidou, but I wonder what happened to the other Terry Rabidou.
Oh, I
Speg,
wonder.
Speg, did your parents have any kids that lived? That sounds like a Terry Rabidou question.
No, I'm half dead as well, so no, that's a no.
No. All right. Very good.
No,
What
I
is
got a
your
big family actually. I got like 10 brothers and sisters, and every now and then I'm getting one from Ireland or overseas somewhere that messages me, "Hey, I checked out this DNA test, and come to find out we're related." And I'm like, "Oh,
nice?
great, awesome."
Wow. Very cool. Ever expanding family. Yes,
Yeah, that's
indeed.
so fantastic. That's cool.
El Porno, what's your most favorite coin in the world? Good question. That's
Walking Liberty half dollar.
that was easy for you to answer. Nice. Okay, good. All right.
I love that. I love the design, man. What a cool coin. I have a whole bag full of them. I rub all over my face at night, Sal. You should see it.
Right. Oh, yeah. I'd love to.
Have you
So
ever done that? Just like put a bag of coins underneath your arm when you're sleeping and just like snuggled up to it?
I've not done that. Somebody said I need to put some silver eagles under my armpits and sleep with them that way, and put some between my toes.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll.
Antimicrobial. Sweet.
Yeah, antimicrobial. There we go. I'll try it. Silver Wheels ask, what was your worst purchase?
Jeez, my worst purchase. I don't know. I don't know that I've ever had a purchase that I've been upset about, to be honest with you. Um, Sometimes at like the local shops, you get there talking to somebody for a while and you feel bad for not making a purchase. And so
Yeah.
you buy something that's not the greatest of deals, I'll say that. So
Yep.
probably something along those lines wasn't, that sound when it comes to saving money or, getting a good deal. But I'm not upset about anything I've ever purchased.
Yeah, I've done that too. I've definitely made those kind of sympathy purchases.
Yeah, you got to.
BK, do you ever get access to those coin counting machines?
Like the Coinstar stuff, all those.
Yeah.
I I tried. Do you have Publixes over there, Sal?
You
You
don't
know
have
what a Publix, right?
Publix here, no.
No. Well, they have a Coinstar just about in every Publix, and for a while there, you could walk into the Publix and just say, "Hey, I'd like to get your $half from your machine," and they would do it. They would, take the manager would go get the $half only out, and then she'd give them to you. And
Wow.
I guess through every single store, they've decided they're no longer going to do that. So I
Oh,
missed out that opportunity, unfortunately.
yeah, that is a
So
bummer.
no,
That would have been neat. All right, Barbara
yeah.
Carbone asks, Speg, what possessed you to be a guest here?
It was for Barbara. I thought that Barbara would be a moderator here, and I was thinking, you know what, I would really enjoy if she was here moderating, if Terry came here in disguise, things like that.
Yeah, there you
That
go.
that really motivated me.
Good, excellent motivation. Yes, indeed. All right. Chris
Strong.
Garner, what does the silver to gold ratio matter when gold has been fixed to $35 when we were off the gold standard? We kind of talked a little bit about that earlier. Yeah, and that was the ultimate form of manipulation when the United States set the value of gold at $35. And it is a good question. Why does it really matter? I mean, it's kind of like it's going to go where it's going to go. And the average is about 54, maybe close to 55 to 1 is the average over the last, I don't know how many years, but I wouldn't even use that as a goal to where it should be. I don't think there is a should be when it comes to gold silver ratio anymore. I'll bet.
Yeah, it's rough, right? Because I mean, like I thought that silver would be a little higher this year. And it still has room to grow, of course, but it's just so common. I mean, it's not rare in any way.
Right. Yeah.
And you see all these places, and they're constantly putting out new products, and they're
Yeah.
using it every single day all over the place. It's not rare. It's all over. So
That's right.
I'm sure that's why it's is where it is price wise.
Right. And bear with me, folks. We're going through these as quick as I can. So if you've asked a question, I'm not down in the chat yet. So I'm a little behind. So just bear with me. Slacker Stacker, if you have any poured silver, what is your favorite piece? If not, what piece would be your first to buy? Good question from Slacker Stacker.
Poured silver. What's my favorite piece? See, this could get me in trouble right here if I don't. I got to be careful whose piece I say is my favorite. But
Yeah, there's a lot of pours. Yeah.
I'm going to be honest. Probably the piece that I got from X Metals. I don't know if you've heard about him, Sal, but he does this thing where like the metal looks like it's splashing, and it's like going up and over the bar, and it's just cool how the liquid freezes that way and makes it solid. It's just, I don't know. I've never seen pieces like his before.
Wow, that is interesting. Yeah. It's amazing how many different ways that it can be done nowadays.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, Bob Silver, did you buy a 5-ounce Aztec round?
No, I didn't buy any of the Aztec stuff. I don't know. That does there's a certain look I guess I go for when I buy stuff, and that the Aztec did not appeal to me at the time. I mean, they're not terrible looking, don't get me wrong. It's just not appealing to my eye.
Right. And everybody's going to have their own. That's a beautiful thing about the variety we have. There's always something for everybody. And so somebody's going to find something they like, and there's going to be plenty of things that people don't like. So yeah, exactly.
Like dragons. I love dragons. I mean, who doesn't like a dragon? But for some reason, like the Chinese dragons, they don't do it for me. I got to have like medieval, save the princess dragons.
Exactly. That's right. Kenshakenji, did you like or hate The Last Jedi?
The Last Jedi. That was the very last one that came out, right?
Yes.
I was so upset. With that movie. And I can't spoil things, but there was parts of that movie that just I'm just like, what did they do to Star Wars? Like, how did this happen?
Right. Yeah.
What do you think, Sal? You like it or no?
Yeah, it was, I don't know. It's kind of the way that it seems like that Luke just kind of poofed,
They're just making stuff up now.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what the next one's going to be, and how it's going to go. But I don't, it is what it is. I think the Star Wars franchise, people think that are wondering what's, you had the first 3, which are actually 4, 5, and 6, and I don't know. It almost seems like it's, and some of it's kind of they're rushing things. It's almost too much. I don't know, but that's a general consensus of the movies themselves.
I think
probably Trooper can tell us more about it, but
as like a spoiler, I think what I've heard is on the new movie that the first scene, Rey's gonna wake up and she's gonna be like, "Oh, okay, good, that whole thing was a dream," and then they're gonna really do what happened because because the last movie was horrible. It couldn't be real.
Yeah, it's All is one now. Are you paying attention to chat? Yes, we're trying. A little behind, but bear with me. Speg says, Guido Stacken, who would win in a tennis match between Gary Coleman or Gary Busey?
Gary Busey's kind of mean. Coleman's got the height advantage. He can get those low balls. I'm going to go with Coleman. Final answer.
Well, I think that it would be very difficult unless you reanimate his corpse.
Well, of course, but I think that we could reanimate the corpse, Jeffrey Dahmer style.
There we
Little.
go. All right, Barbara Cartbone, are you Speg? Are you counting the minutes until this is over?
Oh yeah, counting them. Aren't you?
Huh?
I was gonna ask her. Aren't you?
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Aren't you, Barbara? Coins A to Z. Put a monster BMX on your balls. Okay.
Whoa!
Yeah.
I would do that. Tattoo?
Yeah. There we go. Yeah, put a tattoo. That'd be nice. All right,
You
very
got any
good.
tattoos, Sal? Is that too personal?
I have a 3D tattoo actually. It's the first of its kind. It's a 3D tattoo of arm hair, and you'll
Wow.
never guess where it is.
Is it on the arm?
Yes, it's on the arm.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
really neat. That's
yeah.
unique.
How about you? Do you have any tats?
I don't have any tattoos.
Yeah,
I can't think of anything that I want on my body that's not already there. So it's
exactly. Yeah.
one day though. I'm gonna get something really cool. Maybe like a giant eagle across the back or something. I don't know.
I might get a third eye tattooed on my forehead.
Wow, that'd be cool.
That's pretty wild.
I met this guy one time, and he was a homeless guy. Sal, this is a true story. But you know that tattoo that Mike Tyson has, like that like crescent moon shape looking whatever it is on his
Oh
face?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I met this guy. He's a white guy too, and he has that same tattoo all across his face. And he's a homeless guy. And
Wow.
I'm like, why would you get that tattoo right there on your face? And he looked at me and he did not even like hesitate. He said, so that I would never have a job. And I'm like,
Whoa.
I said, okie doke.
There you go. That's pure honesty right there. I
Yeah,
tell
pure honesty. And he was homeless, so I guess
you. Yep.
he didn't need a job. He's fine.
All right, very good. Konchenki, what are your thoughts on cryptocurrency?
I think cryptocurrency is a mistake.
Yeah.
I don't agree with cryptocurrency. I had this discussion with another guy at work, and we're like, we're gonna look up cryptocurrency and try to figure it all out. This was a while back, and I remember, okay, this website's not doing it for us. Let's go to a different website. We had to go like to 3 different websites. Finally, it was like a 16-year-old on YouTube explaining it to us the best.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking the whole time, like shaking my head, going like, this is not right yet. This might be the future, but not yet.
Yeah, yeah. It's murky. I read it somewhere somebody talking about it that cryptocurrencies are murky right now. And it's a big gamble for sure. It's no question about that. Very good. All right, Eddie's little stack. Any question that you don't feel comfortable answering, just say you don't feel comfortable answering. Eddie's little stack wants to know what state you live in.
Florida.
Florida. Cool. All right. Let's see here. All right. Let me see here. Where are we at? Getting
Florida, and I'm ready to move, but I can't afford it.
Oh wow.
Maybe one day when I sell all the precious metals, I can get out of here.
There you go. All right, let's see here. Again, and again, guys, want to ask a question, put a couple of hyphens before your question, 3 or more, and we will see them. I think we're caught up on questions now, but preferably from somebody who hasn't asked a question yet. Okay, Barbara Carbone, there's so much controversy on crypto. Why it's loved or hated in 50-50. Yeah. People have pretty strong opinions on it, that's for sure, don't they?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it's it's an investment, right? So they're invested in it, and they, like anything that you tell somebody, hey, it's not good or it is good, they're gonna have strong opinions one way or another.
Yeah, that's right. Let's see here. What's next? Okay, another one here. Why leave Florida? Says urban lifestyle.
Oh, because it's hot. I've never told anybody this, I don't think, but I can tell people. I did pest control here for 7 years.
Oh.
And man, I tell you what, it is so hot out there.
Oh, I'm sure.
It's hot. It's
humid. And the humidity is, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we take showers and then we're like, okay, let's go somewhere. And we go out to the car. And by the time we just get the, car door open, our back is sweating. It's, it's terrible. Yeah. It's
right.
terrible. And the winters go by, that quick.
Yes. Aussie Alchemist. Speg, down under, or any relatives in Australia?
Ooh, no, I don't think I have any from Australia. There's a few in Ireland and over that way, because I guess supposedly that's where my family originated, over like in Europe and over there. But man, I would like to take a adventure to Australia one day. That
That'd
would be awesome.
fun. Why doesn't Aussie host Spegtacular and old Uncle Sal for breakfast?
Yeah, set that up. Set that up because I will be there.
That'd be sweet.
All
right.
Yeah. I've always dreamed about going there, going like, to the Great Barrier Reef, things like that. That'd be fun.
Yes. All right. Minchin Hisayo, you can't move because the silvers you have are too heavy and expensive to move.
Well, the best part about that, and I've said this a lot, that it's easy to sell.
Yeah, that's right.
People are very confused when they say like, "Oh, I don't know who would buy that stuff." Well, there's a lot of people. It's not difficult to sell your stuff, so I could just sell it and then move and then buy some more.
What do you think is the easiest place to sell it? LCS?
The absolute easiest place, probably, yeah, because they're going to take it all at once. Or pawn shop is going to take it all at once, but they're gonna hit you real hard.
Oh yeah, pawn shop especially. I would not do a pawn shop unless it's last resort.
For ease, for sure, though.
What's that?
Said for absolute ease, just getting rid of it. That's
the
place to go. But there's better choices that will not take any premium, at all.
Pawn shop almost anything, although they will not take my belly button length. I've tried.
I actually get some good deals from my local pawn shop. Remember that what is it, the 5-ounce Apollo 11 coin?
Yeah.
Man, so I bought that for like, what was it, like $230 when I bought that, and I ended up selling it to this pawn shop guy for $300.
Wow,
made a little profit on it. I was pretty stoked.
Nice.
He listens to me. If I tell him something's kind of valuable or it's kind of like limited or it's hard to get right now because it's on back order, he looks it up and he agrees.
Cool, nice. Well, that's good. Yeah, that's the kind of, you don't see that at too many pawn shops, so that's really good. Mud swat, soft or hard tacos?
Soft every time. I don't get the hard taco thing. What about you, Sal?
I'll eat a hard taco every once in a while, but I'm kind of liking the soft. Depends on what you have. I like soft with chicken and like hard with beef. It's weird, strange.
I've been really into like steak tacos.
Oh yeah, those are pretty good from Taco Bell.
Oh, Taco Bell's fine, but their meat is, I don't know where it really comes from, but it's still good.
It's GMO, it's Monsanto or whatever you call that. It's good stuff.
Yeah, it's great.
No, I don't know.
It's great. But I've been really into, this is a personal thing. I don't know if I should be saying this, but I've been into really like hardcore pickled onions. Have you tried those?
Ooh, no, I've not. I've tried pickled eggs, but never onions. Wow.
They're so easy to make, Sal, these pickled onions. I mean, it takes no time at all. And man, you got a nice little treat that you can put on your tacos or your burgers. Yeah, pickled onions. Check it out.
Sounds good. Yeah, definitely. All right. Slacker Stacker, do you do any prospecting?
I would love to. I've done some in the past. My mother had taken me on this like a little adventure like through the United States, and we stopped somewhere, and I can't remember for the life of me where it was, but I did a little bit, and I found a little bit of gold in them thar hills.
Nice.
And I tell you what, man, I'd love to go do it again. I'd love to go take my kids and do some of that. I'd even like to get one of those bags from, one of those places and do a little bit here in Florida.
Colonoscopy bags?
Well, not those kind of bags. I'm wearing one of those right now in case I couldn't get to the bathroom. I didn't want to leave the chat.
I still got to go, but I'm holding it just for you, Spegtacular.
Really, just go. You've done the slurping ear. You've done the, the clearing your throat on. Just go to the bathroom. It's fine.
Well, here's the thing. I would, but I'm really excited right now because I've got, I might have a buyer for my belly button lint that the pawn shop wouldn't take. Terry79 said she'll buy all the lint I got.
Well, that's a pretty good, good person to have in your life then. That's good.
Very good. All right.
I'm going to try to dig in there and see if I got any right now too. Let me see. Hold up. No, geez. I'm going to start saving it though.
Barbara Carbone makes her own soft tacos. That's cool.
Well, that's interesting.
Guido, Speg, and Sal, what is the ugliest coin design you've seen?
Ugliest coin design, huh? Phew. Is there an ugly coin design?
Yes, there is.
Give me yours. I'm going to think about mine.
The answer to mine, Guido Stacking, the best way to give you the answer is for you to search my videos for ugliest coin. This was a video response to a Silver Hair Stacker, and you just got to see the video. You too, Spectacular, when you get a chance. If you search my videos for ugliest coin,
Okay.
That is my, although it was very difficult to actually, you know what? There was there's two actually. The one I did, and then there was the other one now because a coin is different than a round.
Right.
Now there's a round that I got. I think that is very ugly, but there's also another coin that I got. So just search that out. You'll see it. But yeah.
I will. Yeah,
Right.
I've seen a lot of ugly rounds. I'm trying to limit this to like U.S. coins in my I guess those new the $1 copper presidential coins.
Yeah, yeah.
Those to me those have no eye appeal whatsoever.
Right. Yeah, yeah. They're pretty boring. Yep, exactly.
I would say any one of those.
Now, King's Coin, we kind of covered this earlier, but he's asking your favorite piece, and you like your Walking Liberty $half, right?
I do like the Walking Liberty $half the best. If I had, I think he asked also like one favorite coin in particular. I really enjoy the peace dollar that my wife gave me from her father that passed. I really,
Oh
because
yeah,
that kind of got me motivated into coming back and doing the stacking. So
right.
that's probably my number one coin.
All right. Now, for the rest of these questions, you're going to ask Spegtacular, but he's not going to answer. I'm going to answer. No, I'm just teasing you. I'm not going to. Coins A to Z says he prefers pickled pickles. How's that?
Pickled pickles, those are good. I like
Yes.
pickled pickles.
All right. Yes, indeed. Okay, let's see here.
You can pickle anything and it's pretty good, except for I don't know about those pickled eggs. Have you tried one of those?
Yeah. Pickled eggs are actually pretty good. I like them anyways.
Really?
I wonder if you can pickle a whole taco.
That would be good. I'm gonna try it. Just all you got to do is get a mason jar and put vinegar in there and shove whatever you want in there, and it becomes pickled the next day. So, yeah.
Can you do that to a Morgan dollar? I have to try that with a Morgan dollar and see what happens.
We could. That'd probably be a good video. It might be one of those ones that are a sleeper hit. You never.
Yeah, that's right. You never know. Let's see. You never know. The Painted Liberty says Slacker Stacker. Let's see where Lake House Beach is here.
Yankee's here. Yankee does what I do to his.
Oh, Yankee
right at the end.
He's at he comes at the very end. Exactly.
and then I go in there. Goes all right. When's the giveaway?
Yeah, exactly. Yankee slithered in. Very good. All right. So, any questions you want? Type a couple of dashes before like this. You know what I'm saying? The hyphens, these things, not the underscores. But if you did that too, either one or. That way, I'll see it.
If you do too many, like in a certain pattern, it looks like somebody's sleeping. Let me try that. Oh yeah, it's like they're sleeping.
Oh yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
Wow.
Mr. Popzilla, opinion on constitutional slick quarters and mercs. Good question.
I love them.
You like them? See,
I'm big on the constitutional. Yeah.
I like constitutional too, but I don't like slicks. Because usually when you buy the slicks, you're being charged per the dollar. But if you go to sell them, they're going to weigh those puppies, which means you're not going to get your dues silver's worth out of them. You know what I mean?
So the worn down coins. So not SLQ, the Standing Liberty quarter. You're talking like a slicked out coin.
Right. And it could be any design, but usually the slicked out ones are going to be SLQs or barbers. Barbers especially will slick out.
Yeah, I have a small little stack of Standing Liberty quarters that have no dates, and that's actually, come to think of it, that's probably one of my biggest regrets to buying are those.
Yeah.
Because I don't find any love for those whatsoever. There's a little bit of silver value there, but to me that's it. I thought that I'd be able to somehow get the date out of them, and that little trick did not work.
Yeah.
So I've actually thought about recently experimenting with some nitric acid and getting rid of them.
Yeah. Okay. Coins A to Z. What is the next silver business that will go out of business?
Oh, geez, that's fortune telling stuff right there. The next silver business. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? That last one, what was it? The RMC. That was a
it was a big
surprise.
Crazy. Yankee Stacking. Have you ever met any YouTube content creators in person?
YouTube, yes, I have. Yep, there's a buddy of mine that does a fantastic YouTube channel, and he's up and coming. I don't know how he does it so well with all the editing and stuff, but he does like a one of those cosplay things where they go to see people dressed up as Star Wars people. And
oh yeah,
Yeah, he gets a lot of hits because like he'll, those girls like to dress up as their favorite people, and most of those girls in those shows, they don't wear a lot. So those
Right.
are his thumbnails.
Ah,
And those typically get a lot of hits for some reason. I don't know why.
yeah, the girls. I need to have Tara Rabidou model for me, and with a coin, and then that'll all start to get a lot of hits. Or Barbara, or
Yeah, let's get that going.
and we need to get that going. Hit me up on email, Terry and Barbara.
Yeah, just send some pics.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's see here. Let me see where we at. Why the star says Quick Stack McGraw for your thing. We
Why?
talked about that earlier.
Did we?
Your icon, yeah.
Yeah, I just, people can use their imagination. People can use their imagination why that's up there. And if they use their imagination, they're probably correct. I'll just say that.
Means he's the sheriff in town.
There's a snake in my boots.
Yeah. All right, let's see here. Clever Coin is here. Hello, Clever Coin. Wild Weasel, do you ever think silver prices has gone up because of paper contract fee changes?
Like why it's gone up or why it's gone down. I don't follow that so much, to be honest with you. I see how much silver is being utilized, and I think of it as, in my mind, I feel like it's always going to be going up. I feel like there's a need for it. So, but they just keep on mining the stuff, and everybody's like, oh, all the easy silver is gone now. So it's to me that's not true. There's still silver on the surface. They got tons of this stuff. They've had it for thousands of years. I can't explain. I can't pinpoint.
Not only that, but people say that it's consumed, and they assume just because it's consumed that it's not going to be recycled, but it will be recycled.
It's very easy to recycle it.
Yep. And for those that it's not economically viable to do so now, well, if it goes up to $40 and $50 an ounce or more again, it will be. And then you're gonna flood the supply of silver is gonna just increase from that. And but I do think he's probably talking about manipulation there because of the paper contracts and the amount of paper silver compared to the physical out there. I'm sure that there's a lot more ETF silver than there is. I don't know to what people have thrown different numbers at me, but I don't really know what to believe. I'm not seeing any evidence to really back up any of it. But we have a scammer that's calling. What do you think, Speg? Should we take it?
Oh, let's try it. Yeah.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, hi, my name is James and I'm calling you from US Benefit. How are you doing today?
I'm doing just great. How are you doing, sir? I've got my friend here.
I'm fine.
Hi.
Sir, actually, the reason of my short call is to let you know about a new low-cost final expense insurance plan. It is designed to cover 100% of your funeral and burial expenses. So my licensed agent can give you a call back in the next couple of days and provide you more information. So would that be fine for you? Okay?
Okay. No, let's take care of it right now. I have a whole lot of time left because I'm older. I'm in advanced age, and Spegtacular is here with me, and we want to make this a spectacular call. So help us with it now.
Hold on. So what is the best time to give you a call back, like a morning, evening, afternoon?
As I just told you right now, I have my lawyer with me, Spegtacular. So
Hi, how you doing? Can we do this right now?
Can we do this now? We want to do it now.
How old are you? What's your age?
I'm 67. I'm 67.
67, you are perfectly qualified, sir. If you choose to take the coverage, then who will be your beneficiary, like your son, your spouse, and maybe your daughter?
No, my lawyer.
Okay, your lawyer.
His Spegtacular. Say Spegtacular for me. Say Spegtacular.
Okay, sir. What is the favorite color just for callback reference, like red, blue, green, any favorite color?
Spegtacular. Spegtacular is my favorite color. It's kind of an off tannish color.
My senior supervisor is here with me. He will guide you further, so stay on the line, okay?
Okay, I'll stay on the line.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for staying on the line. My name is Alex Wilson. I'm the senior supervisor. How are you? Very fine.
I'm doing just great. I've got my lawyer with me, Spegtacular. Say hi, Speg.
Hey, how's it going, buddy?
Hey, God bless you.
Did you hear him?
You.
Did you hear my lawyer?
Yep, I heard that.
Can you say hello to Spegtacular? Can you say Spegtacular for me? Try it. I want to hear it.
Yeah, hi, Yeah. What
No,
is the name of the
Spegtacular.
name?
It's very easy to say. It's actually extremely easy to say.
Spectacular.
Spegtacular. Yeah.
Spectacular.
Very
Thank
good. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Okay.
Okay, I want to buy the insurance. What do I do to get the insurance? You son of a motherless goat, you hung up on me.
No.
As soon as I said I wanted to buy the insurance, he hung up on me.
That first gentleman was very hard to understand.
It was. I was surprised I was able to get about every third word.
When you were able to answer him, I'm thinking like, how did you understand that?
It's crazy, insane in the membrane.
Wow.
All right, let's see here. Well, we could try to call. Let me see here. Let me see. We've got to, I'm gonna pull up.
You got a little paper full of numbers, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, I've got numbers coming out every orifice I can, and sweat gland all over the place. We got Jose. Let me see if we got. I'm trying to pull in from another source here. Just a second here.
Yeah, Ozzy's right. Ozzy with the lawyer thing, I think that did scare them, Ozzy. I think you're right.
Oh, yeah, did. Yeah, I should have said you were my counselor.
How about your husband?
There we go. You'd be a beneficiary. Now, I don't know if we're going to be able to get any luck getting through to Jose, because I think this is an office number.
Life partner.
My life. Hey, my sound gnome fell. Sorry about that. Slacker stacker. Free
Sound on the
floor. Oh man, that number got disconnected here. Let me see if I can find another. We'll try to call Lupe again. Lupe is cool.
Lupe.
She is in California.
California,
which means that she was probably still open and available to talk to.
Please hold while I try to connect you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Lupe es mi tía. I'll whip out my guitar if this keeps up.
Whip it out. I mean the guitar.
Yeah. She'll probably answer by the time we get hello.
Hello, this is Lisa Salivate with Spegtacular Group. Please leave your name, your number, and a detailed message.
Okay, we won't leave a detailed message because I have another number. Breaking news, I've got another number here. We're going to try to call. Let me get to where these people from the same company, they left these messages. Okay, thank you. Somebody's, all right, Coins A to Z's got to take off. Thanks, my friend. Let me find where my messages are. I can never find them on this freaking phone. They go into the realms of I don't know what, but here we go. Okay, here we go. Come on. Okay, let me call this number. This is from Zip Capital, I think. I got 2 messages within 15 minutes of each other from 2 different people there calling the same number. So we're going to call both of them. Let's see here.
Everybody, just call it.
Hello, you've reached the voicemail of Luca at SnapFund. I'm currently either away from my desk or on the other line. Please leave your name, telephone number, and a short message after the beep. I'll be sure to get back to you as soon as I'm available. Thank you.
Luca, I was trying to give you a call back. You left a message for me. I've got my significant other on the line here with me. I wanted to talk to you about this loan. Say hello, my significant other.
Hey, Luca.
So give us a call back. Have my machine call your machine. Let's do the lunch thing later, all right? Oh, and Luca, call me.
Bye, Luca.
Luca Braza. All right, let's see. Let's try the other one. So let's see here.
Welcome with Snap Fund. I was reaching out today to see.
So there's Aaron. So we're going to call Aaron now. And let's see here and see if we can get some answers to our queries. All right. He lives on the 2nd floor. That's right. My name is Luca. I live on the 2nd floor. Now we're calling Aaron. Come on, Aaron. Be a good boy.
2nd floor.
Yeah. He swims with the fishes. That's right.
2nd floor is better than the 1st floor. I promise you.
Sure is. That's right. Sure. And my guess,
somebody who lived in an apartment for a while.
That's right. Aaron is not going to. Probably Aaron is not going to answer his freaking phone.
Don't they know we're doing this live show? They need to be ready to go. All these scammers.
Hello, you reached Aaron here at Snap Fund. I'm currently not available to take the call, but if you leave me your name and number, I'll be sure to give you a call back.
I want your cell phone number. Let's see here. Let's see if Adam. And I'm searching my emails. Okay, let's try. You know, on last Friday's live stream, we got a live one. I mean, Speg, I don't think you were here, Speg, but this guy threatened to drown me in the East River. It was insane. It was
Jeez.
Yeah, it was last Friday. It's insane.
It was aggressive.
We're calling Adam. Adam again. Adamant, maybe. Let's see here. Try to call Russell. Russell did not leave his cell phone number.
We need more phones, and we just need to dial them all at once.
Oh,
whoever
yeah.
answers first, that's the one we go to.
Exactly. Author. Let's author. Author Adams. I think we tried to him earlier.
Hello, this is Adam.
Hello, Adam.
Yep, this is Adam.
Yes, hello. I was calling about the loan for the business here. Yeah, I wanted to touch base and get some specifics about the loan for the business for myself and my guitar tech here with me.
Okay, sure. You just had a couple of questions. Are you looking at something specific?
Yeah. What we want to do is we want to create a deodorant. And this particular deodorant will have silver particles in it to really help the long lasting. It's a proprietary method here, so I'm giving a little bit of secrets, but not too much. But we want to fund this to distribute this out. So if there's a way we can get funding for this for my guitar tech and I to make this happen, he's here with us. Spegtacular, say hello.
Hey, what up, bro? This is Adam, right?
What's going on, man? Yep.
Yeah, how's it going, man?
Yeah.
Good, how are you?
You play Adam or no?
Yeah, this is Adam.
Do you play guitar? Do you play guitar? He's a guitar tech.
Oh, do I play guitar? No, I do not. I used to. I started when I was younger, but then when I was like, how old was I when that happened? I think I was like 16. I dislocated 3 of my fingers playing football.
Oh, man.
On my left hand. So they're not as flexible as they used to be.
Oh, man.
What'd you do to break them? Something rock star or dislocate them? I mean, what'd you do?
Oh, my hand got caught, and I was going to tackle a guy. My hand got caught in the face mask, and I hit him from the side and flipped him over.
Oh.
So my fingers just twisted right in the middle of it.
Yes. Rock star, man.
Popped out there.
That's awesome.
That was the rock star way to do it. That's for sure.
Yeah, man.
Heck yeah, man. You ever play any like Guitar Hero or anything, bro?
Do I play Guitar Hero? I used to.
Yeah.
I can't anymore. So I can barely do that. Just clicking 4 buttons.
What do you do now? I mean, what can you do with that one good hand?
As a one good hand, I can do all kinds of things.
Right. What about the bad hand?
Say that again?
What about the bad hand? What is your limitations on that hand?
What are my limitations? Oh, not too much. I mean, they all still move, but they just don't, like the tips don't have as much flexibility, and the second part doesn't have as much flexibility in it.
No feeling in the tip. I feel you, brother.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need a reservoir for that. But anyways, well, cool. Well, yeah, this funding operation we'd like to get going. Even though my guitar tech is with me, he's also my business partner, and we want to see if we can get rolling on this silver deodorant. We want to put little silver. We want to put spectacular silver particles and trickled all around this deodorant, so that when you put that stuff on, it's going to keep the body nice and clean and smelling fine and dandy like sour candy for the next 18 hours. That's right. It's 18-hour
That's the
deodorant.
plan, right?
That's the plan.
The plan, Stan. Ooh,
That's right.
Rock it out.
Rock it out with your socket out.
With the tip of your finger out.
Just like Mr. Popzilla says. That's right. With a $2 super chat, he's the man.
Oh, he's rocking.
So, are you guys already in business, or is this like a startup project for the both of you?
Oh no, we've been cranking out in business. Like I said, as spectacular as my guitar tech, you know, he came up with the idea, but I'm going to take full credit for it. I don't think he'll mind. Since my musical career is a little bit floundering right now, it's flangling like a dead fish, like in the Faith No More video. You know, in the Faith No More video when the fish is flopping around, that's a representative of my musical career. So now we thought we'd do this.
So we're looking at other options.
Well, and the next logical step, of course, would be silver deodorant, right? I mean, that's the next logical step after a failed music career.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Exactly.
What's your favorite song, Adam?
Well, my favorite song?
Yeah, Please Be Rock, Please Be Rock, Please Be Rock.
I don't know. I'm a fan. I mean, from back in the day, I've been a fan of the Chili Peppers.
Oh, RHCP, man. That's what I'm talking about.
You know what? I like Chili Peppers too, but I like
The Other Side was one of my favorites.
I know for sure that life is beautiful around the world. Give me a little bit, Adam. Come on. Give me, Adam.
Sing it, brother.
I don't know if I'm ready for all that, man.
What's your favorite song? What's your favorite song from RHCP? Give me your favorite.
Like I said, Other Side's one of them. Zephyr's a good one.
Fly away on my Zephyr. Give me some of that.
Exactly.
Give it away now.
What I gotta get put. Oh, I can't say that.
Bunny rubble, yabba yabba dabba do now. The Weird Al version is the best. I love
I've
it.
been drinking, Adam. My bad, brother. You know what I mean? But I like having fun.
It's good. I'm jealous. I wish I was hanging out with you guys.
Well, come on, man. Where you at?
Well, hey, you can, because you know what? Guess who just joined us, Adam? The one and the only Seduced by Silver. She is our madame in this endeavor. She's the one that's going to make the silver deodorant sexy. That's
good.
Hence the name. In fact, the name of the deodorant will be Seduced by Silver. That's going to be the name of the deodorant.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. Pretty
that works
sweet.
Well.
Yeah.
So,
but it's a men's deodorant though.
It's hard to believe
you can market it to sections with that name.
Yeah, you sure could.
At least I have her though.
You guys are already in
loves me.
Oh, hold on a second.
Take a long
Adam, hold on a second. I think we're being serenaded right now. Listen carefully.
Oh, I don't ever want to feel like I did that day. Take me to the place I love. Take me all the way. Woo. Adam,
get that bass.
Bring it out of me, brother. Whoa.
Yeah.
Under the Bridge, man. Remember that one?
I remember that one. That was a hit. That was a top 40 hit.
They weren't gonna do that at first, man, but then they just came out of nowhere, and everybody loved Under the Bridge, man. RHCP, yes.
Hey, a little Red Hot Chili Pepper trivia for everybody here that's listening. Anthony Kiedis is the son of Blackie Dammit. Blackie Dammit was the star of 9 Deaths of the Ninja. Great movie.
That is the best name I've ever heard.
Yep. Blackie Dammit. Yep. He was crazy.
Yeah, I like rock a lot, man. I like rock for sure. I used to do a little, but the little wouldn't do it, so the little got more and more. You know what I mean?
What do you play, Spectacular? Do you play any instruments? I know you're my guitar tech and all, but
everything. Lately, because actually one of my hands got messed up a little bit too, man. I was strumming on that thing so hard that it just started, really affecting my tips.
Ooh.
And then so I started getting into the didgeridoo. You know what I mean? The didgeridoo.
The didgeridoo. Oh.
Yeah.
Like a dulcimer variant.
You ever heard that thing before, Adam? The didgeridoo?
I have. It's been a while though. I think the last time I heard it, I was back in school.
Let me see if I can play a little bit for you real quick.
All right. Yeah, go for it. Oh, that's sweet. Man, that's... Can you hear that?
Yeah, that was hot, man. What is that?
That's my little bass. I don't know any Chili Peppers though on it though.
That was sweet, bro.
Or Primus. You like Primus, Adam?
I don't know if I've heard that.
Look up Les Claypool. He's pretty cool.
Yo, I'm feeling good vibes from Adam, dude. We're gonna
I
do
am
this deal.
too.
I guarantee it.
I feel some good vibes from Adam. Yeah, Adam's pretty cool, man. He sure is.
I like this guy. Man.
Right,
Down to earth, honest. He's very
But
honest.
I wonder though, if we're gonna be totally honest with this. I mean, I think Adam's a cool dude, but do you think Speg, the reason why we have good vibes for him is because he's gonna give us a lot of money for our silver deodorant?
Well, what do you think, Adam? Can you help us out, bro? Adam?
Yeah.
What do you think, bro? Are you gonna help us out? You think you can you can be our guy or what?
Sorry, I didn't hear you. The music came over.
Oh, hey, hold on a second here, Adam. We've got a call coming in here. Just a second here. We're gonna take this call from the other line here. Hello?
Okay.
Oh, they just hung up. Crap. It was one of those robocalls. I thought we were gonna have a good time with that, but nope, didn't happen. Almost happened.
You might have some competition, Adam, if you don't seal the deal quick. You know what I mean, brother?
I usually do.
Yeah. I'm gonna put this away before I hurt myself.
Yeah, don't hurt yourself. You might lose a tip.
That's what she said. All right, let's see here. Okay, well, good. All right, now let's talk about television shows, Spegtacular or Netflix shows or what have you. Adam, what's your favorite on the telly today? What do you like?
Favorite show? Go, Adam.
Just got done with Chernobyl, which was pretty tough.
Oh, I haven't seen that. I want to see that. I don't have HBO anymore, though.
Now, what's going on with Chernobyl now, according to that show? Are people like living there now or what?
No, not at all.
They can't live there.
We're still not living there now.
Really? What about like the wildlife? Has the wildlife started coming back and stuff, bro? Really? Man.
Oh, shoot. We lost him.
Oh, it started getting too real.
It does get real. I don't know, man. That's nuts.
How did he hang up by those the digits, man? The digits were messed up.
Maybe his fingers were fumbling around. He meant to like turn us up and he clicked on the off button. I don't know. You know how things are.
Wow. That's a rough life, man, to have painful tips to not.
Sure is. Wow. Let's see here. Okay, let's see here. Greg Snowden. Let's see here. Greg Snowden.
I was about to do a deal with that guy too, like no joke, and then he left at the last second. This
is from Fundera, but I don't think this is his cell phone number. I love to call their cell phone numbers. Sometimes they get sometimes they give this thing to me, and I call right at dinner time. It's just wonderful. Let's see here. And sometimes I forget who we're calling too. I haven't gotten as many calls at least calls where I connect with somebody. Usually it's like the robocall and then they hang up. Right. Or it hangs up, the robocall hangs up. Let's try Amy.
I want to know what happened to my coffee. I don't even remember drinking it. It's gone though.
Mine is almost gone and it's like completely all right, let's see here.
Ooh, Mud Swat says it's push-up time.
Oh, yes, push-up time. All right, yeah, we'll do the push-ups next. In fact, if we... Oh, okay, Amy. Beautiful.
That is nice. I like that. Yeah.
Got a nice ring to it.
I could see myself waking up to that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, when I interviewed Yankee Stacking, we actually got a scammer to change their ways. You gotta check that out. It was pretty fun.
I do gotta check it out.
Stacking Nerd are gonna join a scamming service in hopes of calling Sal. There you go.
I enjoy this.
It's got it's groovy beat, man. It's got
it almost sounds like the intro to like a RHCP.
Yeah.
Fly away on my Zephyr.
The person at extension 100 is unavailable.
Hey, can you put the on hold music on again? I just almost got it.
So good.
It was so good. We'll call back and get the on hold music again. Thank you. Actually, no, we won't. But let's see. Pretend to be a priest in the church of Satan. Let's see here. Okay. Who else can we try here? Fundera won't work.
How many instruments do you have at your disposal right now? Like just right around you?
Just the bass right now. Yeah.
Just the bass. Okay, I like the bass.
Unfortunately, let's see here. What do we have? I'm direct lender. I fund in house from 4 hours. No brokers or fees. In all capital letters, says Anthony Gaglio. True Capital. Cell phone number. Bingo. We got it. I think we called Anthony before. But we're going to get we're going to call him on the cell phone number.
Anthony. I feel strong about Anthony.
All right. We got strong vibes.
Such a good vibration. What, are they all not working now?
Yeah. I don't
know. 5?
Cell phone number. You better be answering.
Crazy. They don't like people calling them at home, I guess.
317
Come on, man.
319.
He's not answering.
Jeez.
Dang it. And you felt strong about him. I did. I felt strong about him too.
Yeah, he's probably going to call back tomorrow.
Yeah.
And the
He'll
next
call
day.
back tomorrow, but he'll be calling a number that no one will answer. Okay, let's see here. Let me find. Let me find. Oh, I've got my. Shoot, let me see here. I thought I had another list here. Scammers. I got a scammer. Steve Marriott. Let's try to call Steve. Usually this will give us to a general number. We can get a different scammer each time. I wish I remembered the one people in New York that were the Guido types, but
TDX says to slap that bass.
Oh, I love that on hold. I think they're out of tune, or I'm out of tune.
Can you do any AC/DC?
Oh yeah, I used to be a little bit AC/DC. There's not
D wants to hear it.
A to D typically, and then C to D. Usually that's AC/DC. Hello.
TNT.
Hello. Yes, we'd like to.
How can I direct your call?
Yes, I'd like to get a loan from my business. Is Steve Marriott there?
I can definitely check on that for you. What was your name?
My name is Sal, but you can call me Salivate for short, and I have Speg, but you call him Spegtacular for short.
All right, give me one moment, sir.
Thanks, brother.
Sure.
I would like to talk to him.
I know. I'd like to talk to. He's just a director call. He's just a receptionist.
I wonder how long we could have talked to him for.
We'll try him again. We'll call him back after this because we'll say we thought he had potential to go to business with us.
Yeah.
We'll tell him to quit his job so he can get a loan with us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Yeah, I'm definitely out of tune with the on-hold music.
No, it sounds great.
Sal already timed you out. No, nothing's timed out, Ripples. I mean, Terry. Hello?
Hi, you still there?
Yes, still here.
Hi, so it looks like Steve's actually not in the office at the moment. Everyone usually leaves around 24 minutes ago. Let me get down some basic information from you, and then I can have him give you a phone call back. What was the name of your business, sir?
It is Salivate Enterprises with a little roll on the R there. That's part of the spelling of it. I'll spell it out for you.
All right, and then what was your email address, sir?
It is SAL TERE79 at Lycos.net. Don't read too much into that, by the way. Sal and Terry are not a thing beyond just internet stuff. You know what I mean?
Can you spell the domain? You said Lyco, is that Lyco?
Lycos, yeah. There's a plural on that son of a puppy. You know what I mean?
Almost like the insurance company, but way different.
Yeah.
Lycos?
Yeah, just think of it like the insurance company, but way different. Yeah.
So what's the email address altogether?
It is SALTERE79@lycos.net.
.net. Okay, got it. And then this is a good number to reach you at?
Yeah, what's the number you have on your caller ID there? What does it say? Do you hear that finger tapping, by the way? Do you hear the finger tapping?
I absolutely do.
Is it all right? I mean, it's not, the technique's not all that great, but I mean, it's
I think it's really good.
It's on a bass, and the strings are kind of wide apart, and the action's a little bit too high for my liking. But so, what phone number do you have on your caller ID there?
Let me pull it up really quick.
Okay, that's what she said.
Oh. And who are we speaking with? Who is this?
My name's Ephraim.
Ephraim?
I know for a fact you've called in before.
Oh, really? Ooh.
So I'm kind of, you're a very unique gentleman. And so that's why I'm assuming that we shouldn't be marketing to you.
Oh, why? I'm a marketable dude, and I've got my business partner with me here.
Oh, that's rad.
Ephraim. Ephraim, like the actor, Ephraim Davis?
Ephraim Zimbalist, yeah, like the actor.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love his shows.
I'm trying to...
Did you see that new one they just did with him on Chernobyl?
No, I haven't.
Oh, you got to check that out, man. It's on the Netflix.
Ephraim Zimbalist Jr. is dead, isn't he?
No, this is Ephraim Davis.
Oh, Ephraim Davis. I don't know who that is.
Who'd you say? I'm sorry. Who are you talking about?
Epinephrine. I think it's a medicine.
Jr. Ha, yeah.
Who was it? Who were you talking about, Ephraim?
Ephraim Zimbalist Jr.
Oh, no, he's dead.
In like the 30s.
Yeah, he passed.
Okay. Number 202-867-5309.
Yes.
So yeah, I can definitely have Steve reach out to you tomorrow.
Okay, that'd be great, man.
If there's anything else I can help you.
But what's this? I'm a little
sure.
concerned because you said you have notes in your system that says we shouldn't be marketing to me. I mean, I'd like to be marketed, you know? I mean, we want to do business with you guys. I think your guys are awesome. I mean,
yeah, you just sounds super familiar.
Yeah, I mean, people tell me I sound like a cross between Gilbert Gottfried and the lady from the Golden Girls. I forgot her name, but she just passed recently.
But no, the caller ID that's showing up is 202-867-5309.
Yes.
So expect a call tomorrow from Steve Marriott.
Steve Marriott. Yes, very good. All right. And that's very good. And we'll have, if his business associate, Steve Hilton, could call back too, and maybe, because he stayed at Holiday Inn Express last night, right?
Absolutely.
Sure. Exactly.
Well, I'm going to let you go.
Okay.
Expect a call in the morning from him, okay?
All right.
Ephraim,
thank you.
Let me ask you a question, Ephraim. You there?
Yeah.
Are you a millennial? Are you a millennial, Ephraim?
I didn't quite hear you. What?
Are you a millennial?
I was born in 1995, so I don't know if
So yeah, you're a millennial, and that's good. I like doing business with millennials, so I feel like this is going to be a good relationship. You guys have some minded, approaches to things, and I really enjoy that. So I think it's going to work out.
Not only that, but also since you were born in the 90s, that makes you a special kind of millennial. You are a millennial Falcon.
Yeah.
Extra special.
That's right.
Yes.
Oh, you guys are too funny. All right, well, I got to get going. So it was lovely chatting.
Where do you got to go, Ephraim?
I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.
Where do you got to go?
Okay. Dang it. He left you hanging high and dry, Speg.
He wouldn't even tell me.
He wouldn't even tell you.
Jeez.
Man.
What was that? Something just fell.
Sounds like somebody was starting to flush a toilet but didn't quite make it all the way. It wasn't on my end.
Some of my silver just fell. That's why they call me the Spegtacular, but this was the silver dropular somehow.
Right. Exactly.
Okay. Well, that was scary.
All right, guys. Well, hey, Speg, we had fun. That was a great time. We called some folks. I didn't realize the time here. And actually, I do like to keep these interviews mainly for playback reasons, about an hour. But you're the longest we've done. So I mean,
that's what she said.
I gave that one right to you, didn't I?
And that's what she said too.
Right. Well, very good. Well, Speg, thank you so much, and thanks to everybody here. And again, I'm sorry. In these interviews, it's hard for me to recognize everybody here in the chat side, but I appreciate every single one of you. We do have others that are on deck and I will be reaching out to you for those who have requested interviews. And then we'll call out for more, but I appreciate it. Speg, it was an awesome time. Thank you, sir, for being here. You have anything you want to say before we end this sucker?
No, thanks a lot for having me on here, Sal. I really appreciate it. I love your videos and what you do. And, you know, like we were talking earlier, I mean, like, you are not one of the negative people in the community. So I enjoy watching and hearing what you have to say. You know, you're very positive and you're real with everybody. So that's always good. And man, I love the crowd. I love the crowd in the chat. And I wasn't ignoring anybody either. I seen like every single comment that was going, but sometimes it's hard for me to do both. So
yeah.
To me, that's what keeps these things going, is all the chat and stuff and all the
comments. Yeah, we love the chat. We appreciate you guys, definitely. I like to interact with them, definitely. And thank you, Speg, for your kind words, and thanks for your channel and the value you bring to the community. And you're in demand. People are emailing you, telling you, hey, you know, can you post your thoughts about this? So I think that's great. But enjoy it and have fun with it. And thanks so much again for taking the time out. This has been a great interview for sure.
No, I really appreciate it. Can we go on some RHCP real quick? Can we like sing some together?
Oh, yeah. You know, I'm not quite as familiar. How does Californication go? We got some Californication.
California. I don't know.
I don't know, man. I don't know the lyrics. I have to pull them up. But hey, little RCP. I mean, Red Hot Chili Peppers. Good stuff.
It was a nice effort. It was a nice effort.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. You know, take it easy. We'll see you guys later. Have a good one. Multitude of gratitude, and keep your feet on the stars and keep reaching for the chili peppers. See ya.
Bye.